Have you ever really thought about what a 36-hour fast is like? Not for you, but for the ones doing all the work, your organs. Well, we're going to tell that story. It's a tale of panic, some pretty clever adaptation, and in the end, a total and complete reset.
And right out of the gate, the reaction from inside is, well, it's not great. The second the decision is made, it is just sheer panic. The message is loud and clear. This is a truly terrible idea. So, the stage is set for what feels like a journey into madness.
Okay, so part 1, the easy start. But don't let the name fool you, this calm is not gonna last.
For the first couple of hours, everything is just fine. The body's still coasting on fuel from its last meal. Glucose is flowing, all the systems are humming along. There's this real sense of, yeah, we got this. The official report, everything is nominal, piece of cake.
You know, as the hours go by, something surprising happens. A sense of calm settles in. With no new food coming down the pipeline, things get quiet. Almost a little too quiet. And that calm pretty quickly turns into boredom, and then a little bit of, okay, are we done yet? But trust me, the real challenge hasn't even started. And that brings us to part 2, the glucose crash. Because after that quiet calm comes the first real crisis. This is where our story takes a very dramatic turn.
And just look at how quickly this all goes down. By hour 8, all the fuel from that last meal, it's gone. 2 hours later, hour 10, it's full-on panic mode. Then the liver, what a hero. It steps in around hour 12 and unlocks its emergency glycogen reserves. But this is just a Band-Aid. By hour 18, those reserves are totally empty. We're back to square one.
The reaction inside is just pure, unfiltered chaos. The main fuel line has been cut, and the organs feel like they are literally shutting down. For them, this isn't just some minor problem. No, this is the apocalypse. The entire system is convinced this is the end.
But then, just in the nick of time, the liver comes to the rescue. See, it has this special stash of fuel called glycogen that it saves for exactly these kinds of emergencies. It gets all the systems back online and disaster is averted for now. But everyone knows this is just delaying the inevitable.
And this emergency fuel, it's not exactly premium quality. The organs are complaining that it smells stale, and they can feel it burning out way too fast. The clock is ticking again, and it's setting the stage for an even bigger crisis just around the corner. Part 3, the ketone switch. Now that the emergency fuel is all gone, the body has to get creative and find a totally new source of energy. This, right here, is the most important turning point in the whole story. And then comes the announcement everyone was dreading. The liver is completely out of glycogen. The panic is back, and honestly, it's worse this time. There are no more easy reserves to tap into. As far as the organs are concerned, this is it. It's game over, man. But the body has this incredible backup plan, an ingenious system for creating a whole different kind of fuel, ketones. This is a super powerful energy source that's made by converting the body's long-term fat stores into pure energy. It's the ultimate survival mode. And this slide just lays out the difference perfectly. On the left, you've got glycogen, that stale, temporary emergency fix. And on the right, ketones, clean, steady, premium fuel. We're talking about a massive upgrade here. Now, I gotta be honest, making this switch isn't a clean process. The organs themselves describe it as messy and unprofessional. It's a really complex metabolic scramble to get things going. But the most important part is, it works. The body starts cranking out that premium ketone fuel. So as this new fuel source comes online, the whole mood starts to shift. It goes from panic to curiosity and then to real approval. This energy, it feels different, sure. But it's consistent, it's steady. And after the chaos of running on empty twice, steady is exactly what the system has been craving.
Part 4, the deep clean. So, once the body is running smoothly on ketones, something pretty amazing starts to happen. With the digestive system taking a much-needed vacation, the body finally has some time to do a little housekeeping.
So it really makes you wonder, right? For the first time in a long time, the body isn't busy breaking down food. What in the world does it do with all the extra energy and downtime?
Well, it starts cleaning house. This whole process is called autophagy, which literally means self-eating, and it's where the body recycles old, damaged cells. The organs talk about it like they're finally getting to their to-do lists, clearing out all the junk, fixing that little squeak in the shoulder, and just making repairs from the inside out.
And hey, this isn't just a feeling. These repairs have a real measurable impact, a 12% increase in overall efficiency. This deep clean is making the entire body run that much better. It's a quantifiable improvement.
And that brings us to the final act, the 36-hour reset. After all the panic and the messy transition, the body finally gets its ultimate reward.
The feeling at the end of all this is just profound calm. That constant pressure is just gone. Joints that used to creak are now running smoothly. There's this shared feeling among all the organs that they are truly as good as new.
Remember that initial panic? How they thought this was the worst idea ever? Well, that's completely gone. Even the biggest doubters are now total believers. They're actually admitting the boss was right. This is the best thing that happened to me this decade. They had no idea how much they needed this reset, and now they are all for it.
So, the tough 36-hour journey is over. It was a true hero's journey, filled with trials and challenges, but the reward is a system that feels strong, shiny, clean, and just fundamentally renewed. And that leaves us with one last thought to chew on. Our bodies are doing this kind of internal cleaning all the time, but a fast just gives it a major, major boost. It really makes you wonder, what do you think your organs are cleaning right now?